My dream has come true. I'm working in one of the top hospitals in the nation. But now I'm going through a nightmare because if I don't have that TPS, I have to lose my job. I came from Honduras and I've been living here since 1997, 1998. New York was the epicenter of the pandemic and it was stress everywhere.
Temporary protected status, like in its name, it's temporary. It is designated for about 6 to 18 months, and once the expiration date comes nearer, they look at the country conditions again and see if it meets the original designation conditions. And they either say that, we terminate it or they extend it.
During the pandemic, I used to leave around 5 in the morning and come back around 7:30, 8 p.m. That was every day for 8 weeks.
Come October, if this ends, then we lose a lot of people like Erasmo, and that is a terrible loss for the country.
You spend 20 years working for X and Y institution, and now we don't need you, you have to go. No, our contribution has to be respected and valued and acknowledged that we are part of the American society. I remember that day, I couldn't believe that. I never expect he was going to do it. But at the same time, he gave us the power to keep fighting. And I think that's what we are doing. Since the day he canceled the TPS, we haven't stopped.
It will be good for us to start kind of like getting some solid numbers of how many people will benefit if TPS is restated and expanded. I was born in El Salvador, 1976. In 1980, a civil war started. There were moments that my parents didn't have enough money to even buy food. Or there were moments that my parents were dreaming about us going to school, but we have no clothes, we have no shoes. Valentina, say hi to Pablo.
Hi, Pablo.
So we grew up with that dream that the United States is that place where you can go and achieve dreams and opportunities. My wife and I, we met in El Salvador, and we have been together for the last 22, 23 years, and we have 4 kids, all of them born here in the US. This is the place where I live, and this is the place where I want my kids to grow up. And as every parent, you want the best place for your kids. And that's, what I have done. So what you are looking here is all the different work authorizations I have applied for in my last 22 years. All of them cost $485 every time that we renew it. It's temporary, so it has been always think like we only have 1 year. We only have 1 year and a half. Always getting nervous about what's gonna happen next. Things like that always bring some difficulties like making long-term plans.
I have 4 nephews. They are like my children. They are living with me since they were born.
also really good at math. So my high score in math was like 97, but I didn't really like the other stuff. They were just boring.
But you have to be consistent. Nothing will come just like that. You have to work on. I finished my education here. I finished my bachelor degree here. I have my master. I finished here. I own this house with my sister and my brothers.
I have nothing in El Salvador. 22 years later, I work as a paralegal, and I have learned how the legal system in the United States works. If I go back to El Salvador, I am sure I'm not going to be able to find a job over there because I don't understand the Salvadorian law.
Some of these countries, like Honduras and El Salvador, have had TPS since 2001 to like 1999. And because they've been here for a while, they also have children, U.S. citizen children that have really deep roots in the communities. Ending a TPS or legal status for people who've been here that long, that means you are probably going to be splitting up families.
I think that there should be a pathway for permanent residency. Some people say it's a free pass. I don't think so. I think we have earned the opportunity through our work, through our commitment to this country.
There is nothing temporary about our family's life. I ask that you be proud to stand with us and help us unlock paths toward permanent residence for hundreds of thousands of TPS families who call this country home.
What they do need is a more permanent solution, and the Dream and Promise Act provided that for them.
I consider myself that I am part of this nation and I deserve to be valued what I'm doing.
It's unfathomable to realize that we're going to be taking out these workers from these very important industries like now, which seems counterintuitive, and then also really separating children and families.
COVID-19 is showing the two faces of the American society. And one, we thank you for your work and your sacrifice. And in the other one is, we don't need you. I think if the United States is really serious about respecting people who are willing to put their life at risk to keep this country running, it's just one more reason why they should do it. The action can start by talking with family members at home and friends in the neighborhood to calling legislators to motivate them to pass a legislation.